In a grand kingdom surrounded by rolling green hills and shining rivers, there stood a magnificent palace made of white stone and golden towers. Inside lived a young prince who had everything: riches, education, fine clothes, and devoted parents. Yet despite all this, he was unhappy. One evening, as the sun set in warm shades of orange and pink, the prince stood on the balcony overlooking the gardens. The fountains sparkled below him. Servants moved quietly through the courtyard, but the prince sighed.
Mother, father, I have traveled across kingdoms, but I still have not found a real princess.
Inside the grand hall, the king lowered his newspaper and looked at his son with curiosity.
A real princess? My boy, you've met dozens.
The queen folded her hands thoughtfully.
Yes, but perhaps our son seeks something more than titles and crowns.
I want someone genuine, someone refined by nature, not by appearance.
The queen nodded slowly.
Then you must be patient.
Months earlier, the prince had journeyed through many lands. In one castle, he danced with a princess dressed in sparkling silk.
My gowns are sewn with threads of gold.
They are very beautiful.
Later, he whispered to himself.
But beauty alone cannot make one
In
real.
another kingdom, a princess bragged loudly.
Our palace has 7 towers taller than yours.
The prince smiled politely again, but inside, he felt doubt. And so, after many meetings, he returned home disappointed. One dark night, thunder roared across the sky. Lightning cracked like splitting wood. Rain fell fiercely against the palace windows. Inside, candles flickered as servants hurried to close shutters. The prince sat by the fire, staring into the flames. Suddenly,
Perhaps I am asking for too much.
the heavy castle doors echoed with a loud knock. The king stood.
At this hour?
He walked to the doors and opened them. Standing in the pouring rain was a young woman. Her dress was soaked, her hair hung wet around her shoulders.
Your Majesties, forgive my appearance. I am a princess who has lost her way in this storm. May I stay here tonight?
Studying her carefully, her dress was plain from the rain, her shoes muddy, yet her speech was graceful.
Of course, my dear. Come inside.
The prince watched her closely.
She seems sincere.
The queen gave him a knowing glance.
We shall discover the truth.
Late that night, when the castle was silent, the queen entered the guest chamber. Moonlight poured through the tall windows. She removed the bedding carefully from her pocket. She took a single tiny pea. She placed it gently on the wooden bed frame. Then, she stacked 20 soft mattresses on top. Then 20 feather beds. The bed became tall.
If she is truly a princess, she will feel it.
The young woman climbed the tall bed. The storm outside began to fade, but inside, she shifted uncomfortably. She turned, she sighed, she sat up.
What is this? Something feels terribly hard.
She lay back, down, but the discomfort remained. She tossed, she turned, she barely slept. Morning sunlight streamed into the room. The queen entered first. The prince and king followed. The young woman looked exhausted. The Prince's eyes widened.
Well, my dear, how did you sleep?
I am sorry to complain, but I slept very poorly. Something hard lay beneath me. I feel bruised.
She felt it.
The queen smiled slowly.
There was a pea beneath 20 mattresses and 20 feather beds.
A pea? Beneath all
The
that?
princess gasped softly. The king burst into.
Only a real princess would be so delicate.
The prince's face lit up. With joy, he stepped closer to the young woman.
I have searched across kingdoms for someone true, and you arrived at our door on a stormy night.
He knelt.
Will you honor me by becoming my wife?
The princess looked at him kindly.
Yes. But perhaps next time we shall remove vegetables from the bed.
The entire room laughed. The palace filled with music. Flowers decorated the halls. Guests arrived from faraway lands. The stormy night that once seemed fierce was now remembered as fate. And the tiny pea, it was placed in a glass case inside the royal museum, a small object that proved something great. And so, the prince found his real princess, not through crowns, not through wealth, but through truth, and they lived happily ever after.
Did you enjoy the story? What story would you like to watch next? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you can enjoy many more magic